Oh, I used to say I would never fall in love again until I found her.
Isn't AI supposed to be smart? That is not no accurate description of Amberlyn Reid. I wanted to make a video on Amberlyn Reid and her feeder Tommy because I feel like a lot of YouTube is hitting the very important fact that Tommy is a feeder. And Amberlyn Reid likes to just say that, oh, she only really did that with money with her ex-partner because they wanted to make money.
Tommy is not a fear at all. And I got permission to share like why certain photos were online. So when Tommy was with her late fiance, they were long distance and they wanted to see each other more often. And to do so, they found a way to like make money.
You in danger, girl.
And nowadays, evidence has come out that they made no money out of this. They did this for the love of the game, which you got to have a lot of passion for something if you're doing it and not receiving any money for it. Now, the one thing I wanted to bring up because I just do not see a lot of people bringing it up when it comes to Amberlyn Reid is the fact that Tommy's partner literally died in late April. And this woman, not even months later, but weeks later, was hitting up other obese or fat positive uh, users on TikTok and then stumbled on our girl. And well, the rest is history. Literally, these people have been dating since June 28th. That's not even 3 months. Now, when it comes to relationships, I personally feel like you should take at least time and a half of what the relationship was. So, if it was a 2 year relationship, take 2 years. Now, I'm not saying, oh, if you had a 10-year relationship, you have to take 5 years. But I'm just saying, you should at least give yourself a year or so. I feel like that isn't an insane take. But when it comes down to it, I really do think that this type of behavior is very evident that this is not normal and that this woman is using Amberlyn Reid. And it's more evident than now with her recent post. Grief is like living two lives. One is where you pretend that everything is all right, and the other where your heart is silently screams in pain.
Oh dear, that's not good.
For someone who's in a really happy relationship, supposedly, that's not a normal thing to post. I mean, grief is different with everyone, but if you're still grieving the death of your partner, which is absolutely normal, by the way, you shouldn't be in a relationship with someone else. And also, I mean, Amberlyn is someone who can't take accountability to save her life. But why would you ever sign yourself up to be with someone who just got out of a relationship? Let me tell you something. I have been with people who've just gotten out of relationships. Never do it. These people have essentially not allowed themselves to go and unpack all the pain and lessons that they want to learn from that relationship, and instead want to use you to just keep going, moving on. And don't sign yourself up for that. If someone just tells you, "Oh, I just recently got separated," yeah, don't even finish the sentence. I'm out of here.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Like, don't sign yourself up for that type of stuff. You should be with someone who has gone through the pain, has been mature enough to go through the trials and tribulations of a breakup, build themselves back up to be a normal, healthy partner, and not use you as this scapegoat to keep it pushing and to make themselves feel better. And that goes for a lot of people. Do not use other people to, feel better, get rid of your emotions. That is a horrible thing to put someone through. And like I said, if anyone tells you they recently got separated with divorce, they just recently got out of a relationship, and it's only been maybe a couple of months, even a couple of weeks, couple of days, run for the hills. Don't even let them finish the sentence. Yeah, ma'am, I gotta go. But are we surprised with our girl? I'm not surprised with Amberlyn. Amberlyn has never taken the time and space to actually go ahead from a relationship and actually, think about the things she could have done better. I always think about how things would have been different if she would have taken the time after the Destiny breakup. Because listen, we've seen all her breakups. That breakup was rough. It was rough. We saw Destiny move a week after. Listen, I don't feel I do feel sympathy for Amberlyn. I was gonna say I don't feel a lot of sympathy for her, but she's like one of those locals where I have a love and hate relationship with her. Like I love her sometimes, but I hate her sometimes. And I felt bad for her because, like I said, I understand what it feels like to just have someone move on like really fast and you're still like trying to pick up the pieces and they've moved on. But let me tell you, don't ever try to like be like, oh, I'm gonna be just like them and I'm gonna be spiteful and all this. And I think that's what she tried to do. And you should have never done that. After Destiny, she should have taken, imagine if she would have taken like 2 years or a year to just focus on herself. Imagine if she would have lost weight during all that time, right? She could have been a much healthier and more conscious person. And me personally, I've found whenever you lose weight, it is actually like you become a better person. A lot of people say, oh, when people lose weight, they become more egotistical and they just become like the soul gets sucked out of them. I find it's literally the opposite because you start to like really realize, oh, what bad behavior. You just want to become a better person. It's like losing weight is almost like a spiritual journey almost because you're getting rid of all this excess fat, then you want to get rid of all this excess stuff in your life. But yeah, I'm not surprised, dude. This woman has never ever taken the time after a breakup to repair herself, heal herself. And she didn't do it after Becky, which what did she move on with Wifey like 2 weeks later? Maybe. And then, after Wifey, according to her, it actually had seemed like she was taking time to be by herself. But according to her friend Lexi, or Alexa, what was her name? Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to turn on my Alexa.
And it may have been a romantical situation type deal. But after talking for a couple weeks, I was able to very quickly assess that I could not be in a long-term romantic relationship with Amber.
Wifey was like, hell nah, I don't want to be part of this. You're not someone who's ever going to change. And I think Wifey got it pretty clear that, like, this woman never changes. She just keeps on going from relationship to relationship and she'll never change. And like I said, I'm not surprised because she's just never taken time to actually be accountable, try to fix things in her life. She just continues on her path of more L's, more continued failed relationships. And this recent post that not Wifey, oh my god, Tommy posted is just typical. I mean, typical stuff. I mean, I'm not surprised. This is why you don't move into a relationship with someone whose partner hasn't even died like even a year. Not even a year. Isn't that crazy? I just feel like so many people bring up the feeder stuff, which rightly so. I'm not saying like, oh, let's just ignore the fact that she's a feeder. No, she's a feeder, and Amberlyn, this is so scary, but I feel like Amberlyn will not even reach 2030. I mean, I hope she does. Like I said, I have a love and hate relationship with Amber. I have followed Amberlyn Reid since like 2018. And when I say I have a love and hate relationship with this woman, I do. I really do. But I just don't see her getting better. Like, I imagine if her and Tommy break up now, she's just gonna go ahead and keep doing her nonsense. I really do feel it. She's just gonna go back into her Instagram DMs. People DM her a lot. She is. Look, Amberlyn's not ugly. Come on now.
This girl is delusional.
Now, I made this channel because I like yapping. I like yapping about things that people in my life, like, no one really follows. And one of those is really Girl World. But I really did want to make this channel as well because, I do want to make you laugh. I do want to yap with you guys. But I really do want to bring some lessons and, some advice and stuff. And with this one, I really do want to hone in the fact that I would be very cautious about getting with people or being in relationships with people who just got out of a relationship. I think that this is a really common problem. I see it so much with the people around me, which is crazy, but I also see it, online. People will break up with people and then they'll just move on like 2 months, a month, weeks. I mean, shoot, days after. And let me tell you, these do never, ever, ever get with someone who has just gotten out of a relationship because most of the time these are immature and very dangerous and narcissistic people who haven't dealt with their own trauma and essentially are using you to feed into their narcissistic patterns or to make themselves better, feel better, and boost themselves up. And I'm not saying I'm not diagnosing Amberlyn, and I never would. You know, I say it in the bio of my YouTube channel. I'm just an idiot with a mic. But I want to say that it is this type of behavior we've seen it throughout the years, like 10 years plus, and it just makes it more evident than anything that this is someone who's not willing to hold themselves accountable and will continue a behavior like this of continuing hurting people and just getting with hurt people. And we know the saying, hurt people hurt people. And I don't know who is watching this video, but you deserve a beautiful, romantic, slow burn type of love. Make sure to advocate for yourself and love yourself enough to not be in these types of situations. Anyways, I'm out.
They gave me 2 chips, although I asked for an apple, but that's okay. They gave me the wrong sandwich. I'm really, really upset right now. This is not a veggie sandwich. Wow.
This girl is delusional.